What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Information that has come for information. There's information that new information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law.
What law? What new information? They put out a statement saying they've looked at everything. Here's what it is. There will be no more prosecutions now. What is it? The president doesn't like the optics of this, so he's saying pivot and pretend it's the other side? Let's get perspective. The best-selling author of many best-selling books, including the latest, Confronting Evil, Mr. Bill O'Reilly. What am I missing about this, Bill?
Everything. Your whole presentation tonight is... And so I'm here, and you're lucky I'm here. I'm going to do it gently, Cuomo, because it's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah, you're known for that. Subtle.
Humanistic. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing is that Pam Bondi just said 5 times in less than 30 seconds, there's new information. But she's not going to tell us what it is.
No.
Because that's not what any law enforcement agent does. But I'm not making excuses for it.
No, not you.
I have no idea what they're doing. No, look, I know you live to put me in that box.
Yeah.
Every morning you get up and say, oh, I just want to put O'Reilly in the MAGA box. I know you do.
So if it were Merrick Garland saying that, you'd be saying, I wonder what the new information is from Merrick Garland. This is really interesting.
I'd like to know what the new information is. But
there's no new information.
Not a chance in hell you're going to get it.
There's no new information.
And you're going to get it from it.
There's no new information.
Okay, well, you're Karnak the Magnificent, you know. I don't know. I'm waiting. And I'll wait a long time because they don't want to give out any information. Okay, so let's just go back for a moment. I wrote a book called Killing the Killers, and I hope you read it. If you haven't, tomorrow you need to start. Barack Obama used the exact same technique that Donald Trump is using to wipe out ISIS in Iraq. And he declared ISIS a danger to the United States, and then he waxed them to the tune of maybe 5,000. Didn't consult with Congress, didn't consult with anybody. Nobody knew about it. Nobody could get any information out of the Defense Department about it. It was all secret. Special forces were there, drones were there, wiped them out. Obama loses, Obama ends his second term, Trump comes in, follows the exact same policy as Obama. Didn't change anything. And then about 8 months later, Trump came out and said ISIS is done, and it was done. That is exactly what's happening now with Venezuela. Same dictum, same thing. Then you go back a little further, maybe when you were in high school, and Bush the Elder removed Noriega in Panama under the, and he didn't even bother with Congress either. He just said, this guy's running a narco state, and we're taking him out. And U.S. troops went in, okay? Took him out, installed a much friendlier government to the United States. So that, just want to put it on the record. It's not Trump doing something that hasn't been done. He's just using every bit of power he has. Now, does he want Maduro out? Yes, he does. Is this a pretense to shake up Maduro? Yes, it is. Are drugs a danger to the United States? Yes, they are. Has this been going on far too long? 4 decades? Yes, it has. Is there any other way to beat the cartels? No, there's not. There. Now, you want to get into what with Bondi and the Justice Department?
The president.
What do you want?
The president just announced that he signed the Epstein release bill. So now it's just about the timing and see how the DOJ does it. It just happened while you were speaking. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, I knew that was going to happen, and I won a lot of money with my liberal friends. I baited them, and I'll give it all to charity. So now,
give it to the East Hampton Fire Department.
Pam, you know you got a donation from me for those people.
Thank you very much, Bill.
They can all go to Florida on spring break with what I'm giving them.
No, that's not what we're using it for.
I know. So it makes it very difficult for Attorney General Bondi to do any sleight of hand now when the president has signed and only one person voted against it, a guy in Louisiana, a congressman, who I assume doesn't have cable TV. Maybe he was in a bayou Teche. Maybe he couldn't get back from the bayou. I don't know. One guy, all right, 500 plus voted to release it. And American people want it out. Okay, so now we're going to see Not everything, because they'll have to redact some things. Now I want to give you a compliment, Cuomo, and I hate to do this, as you know. So I'm watching your show last night, and you've got a lead guest, a lawyer for one of the victims, okay? One of the survivors, whatever the name is now, okay? Makes a very compelling case that her client's life was ruined by Epstein and these powerful guys, and that we need to know everything. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, we do. Then you take your 4-minute and 27-second break, and who shows up but Alan Dershowitz, who proceeds to destroy the victim, the survivor, destroy her by what she had said, and I don't think you knew it. I certainly didn't know it, and no one watching knew it, that the woman was a loon, was falsely accusing everybody, said all Jewish people I know are pedophiles. Now, I wanted to ask you, when you heard Dershowitz say that, which is undeniably true, what did you think?
It made me think that two things can be true at once. She denies, Ms. Farmer denies having said it the way Alan puts it out, and we don't have a direct transcript of it. A lot of it is anecdotal. And she could be anti-Semitic and been assaulted. It could be both.
But it goes to credibility, though.
It definitely goes to credibility, and it's a reason that Ms. Giuffre, may she rest in peace, was never put on the stand. But just because somebody can be torn up on cross-examination doesn't necessarily mean they're lying, Bill.
But here, no, I'm not convicting the woman of anything. What I'm saying is, this story was not told in any kind of context. It wasn't.
Well, I'm not going to, but I don't shy away from context.
Viewers didn't know.
Here's what I knew. No, I was aware of it, but it was Alan's story to tell because it was part of his case file. But that's not the point. What I definitely knew was what was going to happen when he said it, which is just about everybody on the left calls Alan Dershowitz a pedophile, that he's a pedophile protector, and that he's lying about this and he smears all women because you are on one side or the other. That's my problem with the Epstein release.
Did they do that last night? Because I didn't see.
He's getting killed. He's getting killed. They can't have him on anymore.
So they killed.
You smeared the attacker.
They killed Dershowitz. Okay.
Of course. Of course. But so, look, go ahead.
Wait. This makes my point that I made last week on this broadcast. When you have a fanaticism like that, and that's not everybody, this is the fringe, both on the left and the right. These are the loons. When you have that, these people are going to use anything, anything to destroy the opposition. So when you release, all right, thousands and thousands of pages.
It's coming.
Right. With names that are not in any context whatsoever, people's lives are going to be destroyed. This is what happened in Salem, Massachusetts. Oh, so-and-so is hanging around with the witch. And I saw it hasn't changed in 300 years. That is the danger of this whole thing. Now,
look, it's hard. I mean, Dershowitz said
you have to release the material.
Everything, but you said they're going to redact certain things. What I don't understand is, well, they're going to redact the victim's information. If the victims want the information out, the survivors want the information out, then you should at least consult with them, because the more things are redacted, the less this release is going to matter. Because remember, it's been overhyped.
I don't have any beef with that.
It's been overhyped so much that people are already going to say, well, they told us during the MAGA campaign that this was going to unveil Pizzagate in the deep state. And they told us on the Republican side that the whole Epstein class is going down. They're taking down all the elites. And when that doesn't happen, they'll want more.
Look, people believe what they want to believe. There's a Morning Consult poll out yesterday. It said 60% of the people have already convicted Trump of crimes against humanity because of Epstein. 60% already convicted him. He's guilty. We don't really need any evidence, do we? Let's just get the tree and the noose and do what they did in Salem, because that's who we are now. This is so dangerous. Oh, my God, this is dangerous. So guys like me, and I hope you, all right, will then watch the reaction to what comes out and try to provide context to it so that people and families don't get destroyed. Because if we don't, and we're the last line of defense here, if we don't, people are going down, and hard.
Yeah, won't be the first time. That's what cancel culture is all about, crowdsourced consequences without due process. But you're right, we are on watch. for what happens. But I got to tell you, there are a lot better positions to be in than defending people accused of protecting pedophiles.
You don't have to defend. You do not have to defend. All you have to do is present, like Dershowitz did last night. I believe Dershowitz, and I'm not a pal of Dershowitz.
I believe him too, and I got to tell you,
Okay.
I mean, he says he was able to do what most people can't, which is prove he didn't do something. Depends who your audience is. Yeah, the allegation was recanted by Ms. Giuffre, who's passed away since then, took her own life, and his defamation suit went away, and they negotiated words that they were both happy with about it. But most people still think that he's in the Epstein files and he's dirty. These are tough times.
Yeah, because they don't pay attention.
Yeah.
All
right,
they do is read the headline.
Bill O'Reilly, thank you for your perspective as always. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.